I will apologize to absolutely nobody because it feels good to win a football game. Falcons fans, if you are joining us on this episode of Falcons Today, you caught us at the right time. The Falcons beat the Saints. Granted, the Saints suck, but I don't care. The Falcons won a football game, and it feels good. 24-10 is your final score, and I got a lot that I want to say about this football game. I mean, it was bizarre to watch, not because of the outcome, not because of the way that, the narrative played out in the game, but from the on-the-field product, it looked like a completely different football team, offensively speaking. We're going to break it all down. But first, this is, of course, why you hit subscribe. No matter what happens with the Atlanta Falcons, if they win, if they lose horrendously, if they win spectacularly, I'm going to make a video for you. I'm going to break down absolutely everything, starting now with the defense, because the defense deserves its flowers today. They only gave up 3 points. I know the final score is 24-10, but 7 of those points came from a pick six that Kirk threw earlier in the game. So this defense continues to impress me. Day in and day out, especially the pass rush. It really has come together now where you can see the impact of the guys like Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. and Brandon Dorless and everybody. Caden Ellis, Divine Diablo is back on the field today. He looked like a great pressure player at the line of scrimmage. He can stop the run. I mean, you name what the Falcons did today on the defensive side of the ball. They came through in every single phase. Specifically, though, let's talk about James Pierce Jr. as a pass rusher. We'll talk about Divine Diablo a little bit, and then we'll talk about D. Alford, because you got to give D. Alford his props. You got to give him his flowers as well. Excuse me, I'm fighting through something right now. I'm not feeling good, but I'm definitely going to make sure that I give you the very most honest analysis surrounding the Dirty Birds. James Pierce Jr. is so freakishly athletic. The speed off the line of scrimmage is unmatched of any player on this defensive line. When he really finds his pocket, when he finds his groove, he is unguardable. Now, granted, it's going to take him a minute, right? Going up against the strength of NFL offensive linemen is a tough feat. And I think what you saw in the earlier part of the season was James Pierce Jr. was getting a lot of pressures, but he wasn't finishing the plays. Now he's finishing the plays. And that's exactly what you want to see. This kid's got such a bright future. He and Jalen Walker, I truly believe they're Pro Bowl level talents. They really are. You just got to get them continuously getting the reps, continuously getting in the right stunts, in the right scheme with Jeff Ulbrich, and they're going to make magic happen. This pass rush is the best I've seen in so frickin' long. Now let's talk a little bit about Divine Diablo. Divine Diablo is clearly the missing link for this defense. It looks so much different. The energy, the passion, the fire, the run stopping looks completely different when Divine Diablo is on the field. And he had that club on his hand today. He looked like a caveman walking around with that thing, just dragging it on the floor. I was so impressed with his performance today, and he didn't even do anything spectacularly. He was just there everywhere he turned. Divine Diablo closing in on a tackle. Divine Diablo with another tackle. He is clearly the player that unites this team, especially over the middle of the field. He is the captain over the middle of the field. I know Caden Ellis is great too, but he's more of a pressure player. Divine Diablo surveys the entire middle of the field, and it's excellent. Now let's talk D. Alford. I was unfamiliar with your game, my friend. It's like the last 5 weeks. Every single game you've impressed me. I have to apologize to you. I have to wear that like a badge of honor. I was very hard on you. I said some things that maybe I shouldn't have said. I did not let the season play out for you. Shame on Moose. I'll be better at that. You've been excellent. You've been absolutely excellent. Shame on me for not seeing what kind of game you brought. He was, speaking of everywhere, he was literally everywhere. D. Alford was on every play. Tackle in open space here. He's so hard hitting, and how he's getting sticky in coverage. If you continue to play like this, you have a legitimate case to make D. Alford your outside corner. You really, really do. So I'm really impressed with what I saw today. I couldn't be more happy. I do have a big question mark, though, right now surrounding the offense, and a major question that I'm sure every single Falcons fan wants to know as well. And we're going to break that down because it has something to do with Zach Robinson. Before we do that, I got to tell you about our friends over at Prize Picks. And look at that. I'm doing a little disappearing act for you. All you have to do is download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. The weather has changed, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on PrizePicks. Did you know that on PrizePicks, how you play is completely up to you? If you want flexibility, choose the Flex Play, where you can get paid even if one of your picks misses. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. No matter what your play is, PrizePicks is a great way to make your takes and put them to the ultimate test. It takes 30 seconds to make a lineup, pick your player, more or less on their stat projections, and you watch your money multiply. Up to 2,000 times your money this football season on PrizePicks. So do me a favor, download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It is good to be right. I think it's important to note that the Falcons did not play the cleanest game of football, and by no means is it a finished product. This doesn't mean also that we're off the Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson train, like that we're so happy with the performances. I will give credit where credit is due. They didn't make the mistakes. The pick six was a mistake, and Kyle Pitts, my guy, you are the most bipolar player I think I've ever seen. One game, Kyle Pitts is just in his bag. The next floats in and out of nowhere, and then the next one after that, he plays like shit. I just don't get Kyle Pitts. Let's talk Kirk for a sec. Not great, but definitely did his job. And that's what I think you need to see from Kirk Cousins going forward. Just do your job. Stat lines like these are never going to make me that upset. He had a couple of really bad moments. The intentional grounding penalty was terrible. Missed a couple early throws. The pick six, which, was it on Kirk? Was it on Pitts? I think it was a combo of both. Kirk kind of double pumped. Pitts definitely has to secure that ball. Either way, picks happen. I'm not going to, pick apart him, no pun intended, because of the interception. But I will say this. Kirk Cousins has the mental fortitude of a seasoned veteran. Like, he makes that mistake and then goes out and delivers an almost flawless game. You finally saw the bomb to Darnell Mooney, the first real deep shot. And here's where I think everybody wants to know. This is probably why you're waiting for the Moose take. Why on earth does it look so different with Kirk Cousins at quarterback than it does Michael Penix? Do you know how many times today I said Kirk Cousins under center? We never said that with Penix. Raheem literally came out at the press conference and said, yeah, Kirk's way more comfortable under center than Michael Penix Jr. is. I think you have to have a very uncomfortable conversation about MPJ this year. And I'm not saying that because the Falcons won and I'm on the Kirk hype train. I don't know that Kirk's the answer for this team. But I think we all know now that this pistol-y, gimmicky offense is tailored for Michael Penix Jr. You saw it today. The proof is literally in the pudding. You cannot convince me that it is now Zach Robinson being the, what do you want to call it? That he's on some, what'd you say? Messiah. No, not Messiah. That's not the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for you can't convince me that he's intentionally doing this to sabotage. He's not sabotaging Michael Penix Jr. He's not. They don't do that in the NFL. This is not a Brian Flores situation in Miami where the owner is paying you $100,000 or bribing you $100,000 to lose football games. I think there is a legitimate reason that Michael Penix Jr. doesn't play under center. I don't think he's good at it. I think they're tailoring the offense to Michael Penix's needs. Now, it's a stupid offense, and that's still on Zach Robinson. As the offensive coordinator, you have to go to your quarterback and say, this shit isn't working, dude. We got to figure something else out. But look how many times today you saw Kirk Cousins play under center, play action. It looked like an actual NFL offense. It really did. It really did. It wasn't great, and I still think that that's the Zach Robinson indictment. I don't think he's good. But it looked different today. That's all that you can really say. It looked different. And if it continues to look different going forward, if we see more under center, if we see more play action, maybe there is an uncomfortable conversation you have to have about Michael Penix Jr. I don't know. All I know is it was a completely different feel today. And even Reed said it too. Reed was like, it feels like I'm watching a different team. Maybe not a good team, but a different team. So what's your one-word reaction to the Falcons' performance versus the Saints today? Relief. It feels good. It feels good to get the monkey off the back. I don't think that the Falcons are still what you would consider a good football team. I just think the Saints are worse. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with you saying out loud, hey, we beat a bad football team today. Hell, the Browns beat the Raiders. Does anybody think the Browns are a good team? Fuck no. But they're not as bad as the Raiders. We're not as bad as the Saints. And I'll take that at least today. After 5 straight losses, 6 straight losses, whatever it was, I'll take that today. That's going to do it for us on today. And by the way, it feels good to get the W. So hit that thumbs up icon. Do me a favor. Let's see if we can get as many as 600 likes on this episode. Subscribe to the channel, Dirty Birds. We're on our way to 46K. We thought we could get there today. Turns out we didn't get there, but that's all right as well. Do me a favor. Subscribe, like the video, and as always, rise up and be cool.